All right. Hey, Taariq, we're back.
All right. It's good to be back.
Uniswapv3 day 2.
Yes.
So what are we going to be doing today? We're going to be looking at what we did yesterday. We're going to be looking at how our stablecoin pair is performing, and then we're going to go and we're going to open up a USDC ETH pair. And see and like talk a little bit more about some of the more complexities of setting a liquidity range.
Excellent. Let's do it. I am so pumped. This is going to be so cool. Let's do it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna bring up our Uniswap screen. So this is our.
And I'm going to just add. I'm going to add our to the live event. It's going to be in our wonderful tweet. So if you're looking for the live stream, it is currently on Sommelier Finance as well as on Zmanian. So we are here. Welcome back. Everybody should be able to join in and see what's happening. All right, let's go.
Absolutely. All right. What do we got? We have our beautiful Uniswap v2 pools. We have our position manager. We got our, so this was the position that we opened up yesterday. We have 24 hours of fees, not a whole lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
16 cents.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. But listen, we made money. we made money.
We did make money. We did make money. We didn't really lose any money. So we have like, roughly a $2,000 position. We've earned 16 cents. So, this will kind of go into, I think, feed into our discussions in this week and the coming week as we try and get into our sort of other pairs, right? Where we're going to look at, say, hey, why is it that we're not getting, we're not making more money? So the reality of why thinking about what pairs to invest in is, so, stablecoin pairs are great. There's no impermanent loss. But the biggest thing is there's like also not a lot of information about what it is that you're, so let's go look at this pair on. So this is info.uniswap.org. This is the Uniswap charts site. And let's go take a look at DAI USDC. And probably the tab that liquidity providers should become familiar with is this liquidity distribution tab right here on this pair.
Wow. There you go.
And you see, and so like what it is, so I mouse over this and I see the high one, and you see that like really like the bulk of the liquidity is being provided between sort of on basically a 40% spread, and like the reality of your stable coins is everybody kind of knows what price they should be, because everybody knows what price they should be, and all the liquidity is sort of densely concentrated around that price. Your liquidity position is competing with a lot of other people for fees and a lot of other capital for fees. And so, there's a kind of like, there's more to go around. So, in general, your stable coin positions are going to have to be larger to sort of make up for just the gas costs of getting in. Costs sort of about $100 of ETH to pay those gas costs to open up your liquidity position for the first time. And so, you probably want to have you're going to need to have like a larger liquidity position to sort of get into that post to make up for your gas prices. But we're going to be looking at
more
these
money
in more detail as we kind of go and trying to open up our next liquidity position.
Okay, so this is where the whales are. If you're a whale, you're going to be really, this is one of the best places for you to perform, I guess, right?
I mean,
and provide deep liquidity.
It's almost like, at scale, this is like a savings account, right? That's what's cool about it, right? Is this like much better rates than you're going to earn, in keeping dollars in your bank account. Like in if for a crypto native person, it's like kind of the same kind of it's a similar risk profile to hold stable coins.
Got it. And this is more capital efficient, right? Like you essentially because liquidity is being placed in these smaller ranges, you need less money to do these big trades, right? Is that something we need to understand?
Yeah,
as well?
I mean, and like this is the race right now between Curve and Curve's like stuff like Saddle that are sort of operating in this domain, and then Uniswapv3.
Got it.
And how much liquidity is going how much liquidity is going to be required to sort of match all
right,
match the slippage of it's an interesting pool, $12 million of volume, not nothing. But also it's like the ratio between TVL and volume is a lot smaller, and that's what you would expect in the Uniswap.
Right. So what do we do next? All right. So I made a little bit of money. Come on. Where am I going?
We got this possession. The other thing about this position, right, is like basically you should never have to change it. Like this position.
Oh, cool. Got it.
This stablecoin position. I probably just like never need to look. I can check on this, every couple of months. But it's just gonna sit here, earn fees as we go, and when this number gets substantial, you might want to collect and reinvest the fees, or as you're trading during the day, you take profits into stable coins on your tokens. You can deposit it here with the add liquidity button. But this has become your stablecoin savings account.
There you go. Got it. Okay.
Everyone can have one. In the Uniswapv3 world.
Yeah, this is awesome. But I'm here to make money. I'm here to make some money. So
okay. So
what else you got?
Yeah, I think we're going to move into something a little bit more exciting, which is an ETH stablecoin pair.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Okay, so let's go get this stuff fired up. Okay, so just like review what the state of my wallet is. I've got ETH, I've got USDC, I've got DAI. I can jump into I'm all set to jump into a stablecoin pair an ETH USDC pair.
An ETH USDC pair. Got it.
Let's go over to the pool button. Do a new position. USDC. ETH.
Take ETH. Yep.
Okay, so this, if you remember last time, we chose the 0.05% stablecoin.
Yep.
And you can let's go show what we think about when we do all of this. You go over to the pools. You go over to USDC ETH. You go. This is actually pretty big pool.
Was that 67 million? Hold on, let's take a look. That's what. Okay.
We're looking at TVL 67 million.
Yeah. Okay. Volume 55. All right.
Yeah, and again,
pulling here.
Volume TVL are going to be a lot closer together in the concentrated liquidity world.
Got it. Okay. Let's see what liquidity looks like.
So let's go look at what. So we're going to come back to what the liquidity understand this chart in greater detail. But we see that the 0.03% one is where all the volume is, where all the liquidity is. This is clearly where you want to be providing your liquidity.
Got it. So now I pick 0.3%. I don't pick the 0.5. Why aren't you picking the 0.5% here?
Well, I mean, so there's two things. One is you're taking, the liquidity providers are taking more risk here. And we're going to talk a little bit about that, how your position might evolve over time. And so they're going to, the stablecoin pair is a set it and forget it pair.
Got it. Okay.
This is not going to be a set it and forget it.
Right.
So that's how we ended up in our.
Okay. Got it. I mean, I think ETH is going to the moon, so let's go. All right,
ETH
what
is
do I got to
going
do
to the
now?
moon. So like, well, that
Yeah.
gets us to our that gets us to our next task, which is to set our liquidity range.
Okay.
And so I guess the first thing is going to be, so you may think that ETH is going to the moon, but this liquidity distribution also thinks that a lot of the market thinks that liquidity is going to the moon.
Same thing. Got it. Got it.
Yeah.
How do I know that? Like, okay, so you saw this chart. How do you know that the market, from this chart, how could you tell that the market also thinks ETH is going to the moon? What properties of the chart gave you that signal?
Okay, so yeah, this is a, so the ETH USDC chart is not as easy to read as the stablecoin chart, but it's similar because at least you have a reference point of $1. Which is the commonly quoted price of ETH, and so we all have a common reference point. So as you scroll over this, you see on the left side, the USDC price of ETH is on the bottom. So this is this is the bullish side of the chart. You see quite a bit of liquidity sitting all the way out at $12,000 ETH, $12,000 ETH, and there's also some liquidity sitting out here at $6,000. Yeah. This is a little bit confusing, actually, because right now, I actually don't. Going back to remember what we were seeing yesterday, is what's the current ETH price?
Oh. Everybody knows what that is. That's like just 3552.80.
Yeah. It's actually a pretty. So I will come back with this and say, so this is actually probably more like $6,000 ETH.
Okay.
Effectively being quoted, and these charts are still not the easiest thing in the world to read. You see the asymmetry.
Yeah.
But because of this, this sort of square root price per tick concept, I think that makes it a little bit harder to understand exactly how bullish the market is right now.
Right.
So you're an ETH bull, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have 3560 as the current price.
Oh yeah.
So what did we do last time with the stable coins? So you got to put these numbers in, right?
Yeah.
And it's going to be invalid because you can't have the same number on both.
Right.
Actually.
Well, your max price is less than your. Yeah. Okay. There you go. All right. Cool. All right.
So, what do you think ETH is going to go to?
Man, I'm feeling 3570. I'm thinking at least 3700. Come on, you know what? Let's go bullish. 4,000. 4,000 ETH. 4,000 ETH. Let's go.
And
all right.
Where do you think the downside range is?
No more than 3,400. It's okay. 3,400 is my floor. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
So you
get me in,
got
coach.
Your floor and your ceiling. You saw.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I typed in 3,400 and it auto corrected it to the nearest tick.
Yeah. Look at that.
I typed in I went in at 4,000. It auto corrected it to the nearest tick.
These people have no vision.
See that the increments are 0.6%.
Yeah, but those people at 4,000 have no vision. That's okay. We can't. All right. Okay, so Uniswap helps us by adjusting the price to the nearest tick based on where we try to put the min and the max. That's very helpful. Okay, good. All right. Are we good? We're gonna make some money. We're gonna do some deals.
Okay, so now we gotta put some ETH to work.
Okay. All right.
So gonna put in, let's do 0.3 ETH. It automatically figures out how much USDC I need to deploy.
Yep.
Because we're covering the spot price right now in our range, we're going to deploy a mix.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I kind of show it as an example, right? Like what happens now if I move this outside of the spot price?
Yeah.
So you see 3600. All I need to do is put in ETH.
Got it. Got
So
it.
if I'm long the token and I just think I want to provide liquidity out of the range because I think it's going up. Today, I can just provide a single token in, and it'll be the other side. It'll just be USDC if I'm going to put my liquidity position below the current price.
Got it. Now I won't earn fees, but if it moves, right? If the liquidity or if demand for ETH suddenly moves, like jumps, and I put it outside the range, then I'll become active, right? My out of range. And so, like, you know,
I think a lot of the time we see in cryptocurrencies, right? These like rapid flash crash falls that happen periodically. You could see people bet, like just putting up USDC to bet on those kind of things. Like, what if there's a 50% reversion of the ETH price, even for just like a day or something like that? You could put a position out there and just have it sitting there with you in USDC, waiting to buy you some ETH if the price, and earn some fees if the price collapses. And like, if you kind of go out here, we do see some people at, like, you know, out at you know, looking at sort of at a 30% price revision lower, you know. Half the sitting on the price. But I mean, I think making these charts, you know, there's definitely a lot of improvement for these analytics. We can, you know, and this is stuff as we kind of get into progress on the Sommelier app and making the lives of liquidity providers easier. There's a lot to do.
Got it. And we have something coming next week, right? So
we do.
This is awesome way to do it. And I think
let's ape in.
Let's add. Let's do it. Let's jump in.
Right.
Okay. You're gonna make sure to come firm and fast, right?
Well, should we have? Let's go back. Let's do add. Maybe. All right, we have our. I was just going to cancel this transaction and do it at a higher gas price.
Okay. We are aggressive.
Range. Okay. Ready to go.
Let's do it. $150 gas fee. Yeah, let's spend that money. And while we're waiting for transaction submitted. Okay, cool. So we're still pending. But while we're waiting on this, this interface and what we've gone through happens for every Uniswapv3 pool. So we can kind of use the way you've looked about setting those prices to really see where people are setting the ranges.
Absolutely, but I think that I think the tricky piece here is going to be now, you know, I think, and we'll explore this in the next episode, right? Dealing with a thing that's a price that's dominated in ETH, for instance.
In ETH, right? Exactly. I'm so curious how new pools are going to launch, and do this price discovery. It's going to be so different for new pools and for new projects.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is the thing. Is liquidity provide? This is the big change between V2 and V3. Liquidity providers need an opinion about the price.
Right. All right. So while that's confirming and pending, any plans this weekend? Well, this weekend actually on Sommelier, I should let you know, Saturdays are usually some of the busiest trading days on Sommelier. So on Uniswap as well, Sommelier by Uniswap. So I think we're going to see some, who knows, some exciting volume on Uniswap coming Saturday. So hopefully a lot of these volumes might pick up as we head into the weekend for some of the non-stable and more traditional pools. So hopefully we'll see. Let's see if we can get some more volume. Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
Our position is open.
We are in. And we're ready to make some money. All right. Look at that, beautiful. So I found out that this animated image is actually on the blockchain. It's on the Ethereum blockchain.
Absolutely.
Right?
This is
amazing.
An SVG rendering. So it's a vector graphic, which is a web standard being rendered from Solidity code.
Right.
People showing themselves off, showing off. And this is the only upgradable contract in Uniswapv3.
Got it. Wow.
So the Uni governance can change this SVG rendering.
So governance can actually change what this picture looks like?
Absolutely.
This is so cool. That is very, very cool. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a fascinating way to surface the non-fungible nature of our non-fungible token.
So since our position is here, can we see it on the Uniswap pool info page, our add liquidity?
We can.
We can see if where our address stands in the list. See our place in history.
I want to say refresh. Did we break it? We broke it.
Come back, Uniswap. Come back. Go to the light.
What's going? We're trying to navigate in. Websites are hard, man.
Come on, Uniswap. Give us that data. I love these this gradient moving. It's like a heartbeat. It's like I'm alive.
It is a beautiful loading graphic. But,
I know.
I don't know why
we need to see that position.
There does seem to be some sort of issue with the back end.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to come back to that.
Okay. Yeah. So I think and I know we can't look at pools now because Uniswap's taking us a little bit of time. Do you have opinions about how liquidity providers should be, testing, their positions on, on pairs like USD ETH? Should we take small positions? I think, here we did, 0.3 ETH. Should we go all in? Like, what's your view on how to test out, our ranges and how well we do?
So again, I think like one of the key things now that people are going to start seeing is the idea of having multiple ranges.
Okay, got it.
But again, you're going to have an opinion about the price, right?
Right.
If ETH moons and goes to 10K, this position is going to be liquidity position we just spent $100 on. It's not going to be worth a lot.
Right.
If ETH falls back to 1,000, it's not going to be that useful a position. So, what you're going to see as a liquidity provider is you are going to have a collection of positions for a single pair. It's not just going to be like you have this one position for the pair. This is, this whole idea of liquidity positions being active. It's just like a core piece now.
Right.
We do have a question in our chat about how you use gravity DEX. And it is a little bit off topic, but I can quickly answer that question from Diksha, which is Uniswapv3 is all about this concentrated liquidity that we're showing off today. And the gravity DEX is not yet implemented a concentrated liquidity optimization yet, but I'm sure it's coming. And Sommelier is kind of all in on the concentrated liquidity game, and we want to be where concentrated liquidity is happening.
Right.
But we are all in on concentrated liquidity being the future of the AMM space, and are here to make life easier for liquidity providers wherever concentrated liquidity becomes adopted.
Got it. Any other questions?
No, but I think we're good.
All right, great. Well, this is
I'm
awesome.
Just put our beautiful faces up on the screen.
And give people the last word on stuff that's coming next week. So if you're here and you've stayed with us long, thank you. Check us out on Telegram at t.me/getsomm. That is getsomm. So come get some on a Sommelier Telegram. You can check us out on our website, sommelier.finance.
I can do a banner.
You can do a banner. Hit me up with a banner. Thank you. And then also, next week, Wednesday, we're going to have another demo of Sommelier's Uniswapv3 app. And we're still trying to work on a name, but you're going to see how you can use Uniswapv3 with Sommelier next week, Wednesday. So be sure to join us. It's going to be awesome. Another live experience.
Let's put up our banner.
Yeah, before you go, make sure to see it. Boom. t.me/getsome.
Yep.
Thank you, Zaki. And thanks everyone for joining. Thank you. We'll be here next week. See ya.